People always ask, what's Lynne really like? Well, so we've put together a little behind the scenes tape for you that Lynne has not heard. And with that, I'm gonna depart.
All right. Yes, here we go. Are you ready?
Stinker.
Deathless Radio is about to happen. Hi, everybody. It's Lynne, Corinne, Claudia, Teresa, Anne, Rossetto, Casper, and if you're still listening, this is the Splendid Table from American Public Media, and now I'll do that one more time. I feel a burp coming on. Oh, and we have a caller up. Now you know.
Hi, Lynne. How are you? I love your bell, too.
Up in the air, Junior Birdman. Up in the air, upside down. Up in the air, Junior Birdman, and keep your flippers off the ground. How many times has a whiff of something... A whiffed? That's like a waft, except it's a whiff of a waft. Don't make fun of the host. Hagiyishi, Takashi Yagihashi, Chef Takashi Yagihishi, Takashi Yagahashi, Takashi. Why can't his name be Smith? George Clooney. I live in hope. I actually met a chicken named Corey that I could make a pet out of in a hot minute. She's this little golden chicken, and she's just so sweet. And when you hold her, she just goes, cuckoo, cuckoo. Which probably in chicken talk means, get your filthy hands off me. It's the sex kitten voice that really matters. A little sexy caramel in there. A little breathiness there. I keep feeling like I'm being phone sex.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, I'm so glad that's over.
Literal tears. We have literal tears.
Yeah, well, for two reasons. Any kind of distinguished, elegant kind of image I may have perhaps hobbled together is blown out of the water. And that is all you're going to meet her in a little while. This is our technical director, Jennifer Lubke, who is someone who, yes. Jennifer, if the music you hear, the cuts you hear, this is the woman who spends 20 minutes working on a breath to get it right. And she promised me she would never, ever use any of that material in public.
Look, I'm going to have to be honest. 22 years you've hosted this show, Lynne. If that's all you've got after 22 years, I mean, you're...
Francis, there's more, but we'd empty out the theater, really.
I mean, you're doing pretty good. Even if that doing pretty good is loving your staff to the point where they don't want to embarrass you further. I think that's probably pretty commendable.
That's such a nice way to put it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I always have to say, I was there when they were cutting this thing yesterday, and there were some choice bits they did leave out.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so glad.
Including one where, mysteriously, you talked about wanting to take off your blouse during the
What?
I swear to God. It was Lynne saying, I'm going to take off my blouse. And it was funny because I heard it. So,
Oh, my God, it was my hot flash period. No, come on. Half of you know what I'm talking about, at least.
No. I can actually totally relate because I record often in my home.
Right.
They sent me this sweet little microphone setup. I can do it in my home. I live in a little apartment in New York, in Brooklyn, as Chris mentioned, around the corner from him. Never see him. He doesn't stay in the neighborhood because he's actually too important. But here I am in my home, literally not even changing out of my pajamas. Making great radio. But the deal when you record at home is it's not actually a studio, right? So you got to close all the windows, and you close and you try to make a somewhat soundproof environment, which means I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, this is so great, I can do this at home. And I didn't realize, oh, it's July. So all my windows are closed. You can't turn on air conditioning. And I was sweating so profusely one day recording this show. I literally did it buck naked. Sweat running down my body, and I was like...
You know what? We should find out which show that was. No, but no, wait. I have logic here. You know, one of the goals that we have in life is to gain more readership, and if I could do a preface before the show begins about you, that would be it.